Father's Day is next Sunday. So what do you get the dad in your life who has everything?
We spoke with Chris Rovzner, Bloomberg Pursuit's global luxury editor, to find out what he thinks makes a unique Father's Day gift.
As a dad now, I think most people don't get Father's Day gifts, but which is why for our gift guide, I wanted to keep it sort of reasonable in terms of price, sort of an approachable, useful tool. But for me, when I was little and I was trying to think of what to get for my dad for Father's Day, we thought like, okay, what is the most precious thing in the world to him? Like, what does he always reach for? His handkerchief. This was before cell phones, where now, like, if aliens came to Earth, they would be like, what is the most precious thing on Earth? Ooh, a cell phone. Like, this was like my dad was always reaching for. It was very useful. So every year we got him like colorful bandanas, and it became like a little tradition. And we were with him every time he sneezed. And like when we were like a little part of his life when he wasn't around. So this year for the gift guide, I was trying to think, all right, what are other gifts that are like that?
That's very cute. I like this because it does feel kind of obligatory sometimes, and you just reach for like a tie or socks or things like that.
Yeah.
You go through some different categories. So you've got adventure dad, culture dad, geek dad. Talk us through some of your favorites, and then I'm going to talk to you about this one.
Some of your least favorites.
Yeah, well.
No, I just think it's a choice. Okay.
Start with adventure dad.
Yeah, so for adventure dad, there are these actual headphones that I use, that I tested out and like fell in love with. They're waterproof headphones. They're from H2O Audio. They're the Tri2 multi-sport headphones, and they're meant for swimming. So you can like load them with music so you can swim, because like Bluetooth doesn't work in the water. But I use it for running when it's raining. They vibrate through your skull. It's a whole thing. And they're really, really reliable. And so I just really like those. That's a good recommendation. And then I recommend this Nomad Apple Watch strap, because like, you know, sometimes the Apple Watch strap can get dirty, or it just like doesn't look that like rugged. And you can get one.
Sorry, what was that?
It's rugged.
Okay, gotcha.
And then, yeah, you can get one that actually looks kind of cool, and your dad can take in the pool or take wherever. And it just sort of upgrades something that he never really thought about before.
Culture dad. The $8,000 turntable is on here, but under the aegis of affordable options under Culture Dad.
Yeah, well, sometimes
what do you
need a
recommend?
reach.
Sure.
Sometimes, yes. So Macintosh is like an incredible audio company, and we love writing about their stuff. And I was like, well, if we did something that was really a reach, something that was kind of a treasure, they have this turntable, which is like really plug and play. It can be analog, it can be digital. People love them. So that's not for me, Culture Dad, but like for music, Culture Dad, that's good.
Okay, kitchen dad.
Here we go. Brace yourselves for the pushback.
Pukka on demand.
Yes.
A Man Kitchen pepper cannon.
Mon
Kitchen pepper cannon. This is a $200 pepper grinder.
I will defend this choice to the death.
I also feel like, just to interject quickly here, that's at the low end for a pepper mill. Having gotten married, having done a registry, I feel like pepper mills are more expensive than you'd think they would be.
Yeah, we did not register for crystal pepper mills at my wedding, but yeah, I'm sure that was great for you. The Mon Kitchen.
You know the one from the grocery store grinds and it's like $6, right?
Yeah, how's that doing for you? How long has that lasted?
Yeah.
What happened when you ran out of pepper?
She's got a case of Morton's ready.
The Mon Kitchen.
I hate you both.
It's not a pepper grinder, it's a pepper cannon.
What does that mean?
And it has this, it's like, has this like cantilevered spinny top, which is weighted, so you just like spin it, and it just fires out pepper grounds.
I'm assuming you own this.
I own it. Well, we wrote about it in Pursuits in Business Week, and then the guy who wrote about it was like, this is actually so incredible, and so I bought one for my husband as a gift, and we use it all the time. It's the most popular item in our kitchen. It grinds so many more grounds than the other. It's very easy to spin. It produces a high volume. It's really good.
Well, if we move from that to Geek Dad, I suppose there could be some overlap in the Venn diagram of the two things. Geek Dad. Who is Geek Dad?
Our interpretation of Geek Dad is very broad. So, like, Geek Dad could be like a Dungeons and Dragons dad,
Indeed.
which I have been at times.
Is that true?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, we're going to circle back to that. Wait a minute, I love that. Okay, we're going back to that. But
yeah, I can tell you where to go in Queens to play a good game.
All right.
And then it could also be like a tech dad kind of thing. So we always recommend for people, if you're at a loss for what to get somebody, go to the MoMA Design Store, online or in person. Incredible gifts. And so there's a great laser pointer that they have, which is like great if you're sitting in your room if you want to redesign it. It sort of measures everything out, and then it'll create a digital version of the room for you, so you can sort of figure it out using AI.
Okay, real quick, Sports Dad, what's your favorite?
Sports Dad. Oh, there's a couple things in Sports Dad that were not my ideas that I was surprised by. Tennis ball subscription. So one of the tennis players, dads that I talked to, was like a subscription subscription for tennis balls because they come once a month or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like $36 for 12 cans. And I was like, but you just use tennis balls until they're done. And they were like,
Oh, no.
are you kidding me?
No.
You use a new can for every game. Cycling glasses, which is something I have biked across the United States, and I wore a regular pair of like plastic sunglasses. But apparently there's very good ones that are not that expensive that go great to day to night, no bars in the vision so you can see really well. And that was not something that I had ever thought about. But of course, if I was a regular cyclist, I would want them.
We'll have you back to talk D&D and this epic bike trip across the country, which I do want to know more about as well.
Yeah.
Happy Father's Day. Thank you, Chris.
Thank you. Happy Father's Day to you as well.
Thank you.